Here, let's talk to Ryan calling from Texas. He's listening to 1330 AM out of Taylor. Ryan, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, Alex? This is Ryan. I'm actually out of Waco, Texas, and I'm calling to give you a heads up on a situation that I'm in. It's kind of off subject of what you're going through, but actually it's going to affect us all. Right now, I'm fixing to go into a big legal battle against the state of Texas and against the CPS because I give my daughter colloidal silver, and they're trying to take my daughter away from me because I give her colloidal silver.
But excuse me, they sell colloidal silver at Whole Foods. They sell it at H-E-B here in Austin. They sell it at stores in Waco. I mean, they sell it. I mean, it's an admitted, government approved for sore throats and cuts. And so but look, I mean, we saw the case out of Williamson County where they took the man's son because the man, quote, it was Barry Cooper, was teaching his son that you can't trust the government. So, sir, you're saying in your case they're trying to take your daughter? I mean, who ratted you out for giving her something you can buy at Whole Foods?
Well, let me explain my situation here. I have 2 daughters, and one of my daughters got hurt in my house. I didn't know that she got hurt. She had broken her collarbone, fallen and broken her collarbone, but she acted fine afterwards. And so
yeah, that happens a lot with collarbones. I mean, I had my arm dislocated one time for 4 days and didn't get really painful till a couple of days later. And my dad took me to the hospital, and he's a physician, and he was scared. He said, look, if they ask you if I did this, which I've been wrestling at the neighborhood pool, playing chicken, you know, where you get on somebody's shoulders, and that's how it had happened. And I didn't understand why when I was like 10 years old, my dad was so scared. But sure enough, at the Mesquite hospital, they said, did your daddy or mommy do this to you? And so now I know people whose child at school falls off the merry-go-round and breaks their hand, and even though there's witnesses, they try to take the child. So that's how this started, and now they're trying to use colloidal silver as a reason?
Yeah, well, that's how this started. And I didn't know. It was the day before Father's Day when she fell and broke her collarbone. We went out and had a good time on Father's Day. Didn't even know. Anyways, I didn't know until the next day that her collarbone was broken until that following Monday when her mother showed up at my porch, wanted to know how her collarbone was broken. She had called CPS on us and reported me to the CPS, said that I give them colloidal silver and vitamins. I'm a manager at a vitamin store here in Waco, actually, and I'm all into holistic medicine. We don't do any pharmaceuticals, and so anyway.
Well, that's incredible. You know, Jaron, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this story. He told me the story. Jaron had a cop for no reason slam him up against a wall, and then his collarbone didn't fully break till a day later. So I know that happens a lot. You know, I've got this key video, audio coming up, but after I play it, I'm going to go back to you. Stay there, Ryan. We'll be right back. Now, I know I said I was going to have open phones. Shannon, Joseph, James, Ryan, Julio, and others that are patiently holding. I went to Ryan, listening on 1330 AM. He's in Waco. And he before I played that last video, so I'm going to go back to him, finish up with him, and then go to Shannon, Joseph, and others that are holding. But for those that just joined us, his daughter broke her collarbone, and I've seen this a lot, playing, didn't know it for a few days. That's happened to a lot of people I know. But CPS didn't come over that. They came over finding out that he gives her colloidal silver. Turns out he works at a health food place. And my point is, they sell colloidal silver. It's FDA approved for topical and for sore throats. They sell it at all major food stores. They sell it at H-E-B, at Central Market here in Austin, at Whole Foods. I know they sell it in places like Waco. They sell it everywhere. I mean, it's well known as an antibiotic and antiviral. So you got about 2 minutes. Finish up what's happening to you. Yes, Ryan. Go ahead and finish up. Turn your radio off. Okay, well, that's going to be delayed.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that we have to go back and get silver tests done. They want to draw blood from my daughter, and we're refusing to get the silver test done. We already had it done one time. They drew blood and said that her silver levels were dangerously high. And they wanted us to stay away from any type of silver. They basically the doctor told us that we're poisoning our daughter if we give her colloidal silver. And so now that we're refusing to go back and get another blood test done on my daughter, they're calling CPS on us again.
Well, sir, I mean, all you got to do to the court is go in there with a bottle of it from the health food store and say, this is sold at HEB here in Waco. So, I mean, I have said that if you just guzzle it all the time, you know, too much of anything is a bad thing, that there are some evidence that people that just guzzle it every day can get toxic levels of it, but in small amounts it's good. That's why they sell it in stores. But I guess they're not worried about fluoride for babies, though. They're not worried about bisphenol A. But keep us abreast of the situation, Ryan. God bless you. We'll pray for you there in Waco. But it just sounds like a bunch of ignoramuses. And, you know, I've seen CPS take people's kids because, you know, it says in the CPS order, the father tells his son that you can't trust the government. The government says you're not allowed to tell your children what the Founding Fathers said.